Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on how to use the Lister software program for contents. I'm going to show you how to complete a content listing using the Lister program and an Apple device such as an iPhone, iPod, or iPad. I'm also going to give you helpful tips on creating an accurate and detailed listing. At this point you already should have the Lister app, but if you don't, we'll spend a few minutes showing you how to set up the app. First, we'll show you how to download it for iPhone or iPod. At the App Store, you need to type in ListerMobile. Please do not put any spaces between the two words. You will see the app is listed by Promatic Software. Click Open and proceed with your normal download. For users of iPad or iPad mini, you will have to change the search criteria to include iPhone only. We have indicated this on the screen displayed. Once you have the app on your device, the icon will appear as shown. In this example, this is my iPhone 6. Again, open the app and you'll be presented with the following screen. At this point, you should already have your username and password set up. If you don't, we will quickly show you how to do so. Simply click on the settings as shown. This will take you to the account screen. Click on the word account and now you will enter in your account ID. This will be your username. Next, enter your password. Go slowly and carefully and ensure accuracy. Then click in login. You will get two results. In this case, I'm showing you a successful result. The system will also display an error. Typically your error will be caused by an incorrect username or password. Please go back and ensure you have typed in your correct username and password. At this point, perhaps you've been given an incorrect username and password. Please contact your system administrator to ensure that you have the correct and accurate username and password. So, once your account is set up, let's go to the Lister main screen. If you will recall, this is the screen you see when you open the app. First, you will see new listings. We'll spend some time on this. So if you were wanting to start a new listing, you would click on that button. At this point though, perhaps you have already started a listing or you're looking at an older listing. At that point you would click the All Listings button. At the bottom of the screen you'll note that it displays the most recent listings. The intent of this is to help you quickly and with speed find previous listings. Often you're on site and you've taken a break and you're returning. This will help you to quickly locate the listing you are working on. When you set and click New Listing, you will be presented with options. At this point, we'll talk a bit about users of Fast Track. If you don't know what Fast Track is, we'll spend a short time on this and you can ignore this portion. Users of Fast Track will click the radio button and enter in an email and cell phone number. I'll remind you at this point that you need to enter in your current cell phone number that you can be reached at, and same applies for your email address. This will enable you to receive a return list with suggested replacement prices. As you may be called directly for any additional information, you need your accurate cell phone number. Fast Track will have a listing of under 25 items priced within 30 minutes. Again, this applies to Fast Track users only. If you're not a Fast Track user, you will continue on to enter in the information of this particular listing. The first screen you'll notice is the reference number. Most users would put in the claim number of their client. The name, again, typically you should put in the insured's name or any other reference that would be relevant. For the description, this is left open to the user. Most users like to put in something that is relevant. You can put something as generic as content listing. If you're doing a number of listings at a large loss, you could perhaps put that this was the main room. The DOL is the date of loss, and I think all of us in the industry recognize this. Next, when we're ready to open and start our listing, we would click on the icon at the lower right is indicated with the red circle. This will start the listing process. It will take you to the following screen. What we see here is we're now in item 1. The system will automatically number the items. Again, you start on item number 1. The quantity default is the first field. You will see it is defaulted to number 1. Next field is description. At this point, most of our users find that a very short generic description is indicated. Photographs will attach to each line item, so you do not need a lengthy description. Users find that with a short description they can do a much quicker listing. The next field is model number. Typically you would use this for electronics and household appliances. This will help with the accuracy of your listing. The price field is blank. There's a number of reasons for this. Perhaps you're getting the original price paid from the insured. Perhaps you're negotiating a price. You can also leave this blank. So you have a number of options, and it would depend on which program you're following at that particular time. The next field is the extended. This will show you a calculation if you've entered in a price amount. As an example, if you've put in the number 24 for quantity and a price of $10, in the extended box you would see the number 240. Next, you'll note there's an age field. You can fill this in based upon perhaps what the insured has told you, the age of the item. Perhaps you're also going to make your best estimate on the age of the item based upon your observation. The next two fields you'll see are tag number and boxes. The adjusters do not need to fill this in. This would be used by the content listing as done by a restoration contractor. The next three fields we'll talk about briefly. You'll see there is a location. This is blank. You may enter into that field and type in this example, office. Again, you may type in anything you want. You can put master bedroom, or you can call it the exact name that the insured refers it to. Perhaps they call it Samantha's office. For status, you will see that there are predetermined statuses within the program. For adjusters, typically we're going to be dealing with the non-repairables. Next, you will see there's a photograph field. In this case, the number is 0 because we have taken no photographs. So in this example, what we're doing is a listing of a phone and a Samsung. So we've entered in the information to describe this phone. Next, let's take some photographs. You'll see that there's a camera icon at the upper right. We find that with most users that you should take at least 2 pictures of items. Let the pictures tell the story. As we all know, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and this definitely applies with this program. For more expensive items, we always say that more pictures is better than less. So to take photographs, we click on the camera icon. You'll bring up your device's photo manager and take a photograph. In this display, we're showing the picture of the phone. What we recommend to our users that you take the first photograph showing the whole device. In this case, we're showing the phone on the desk in the office. Subsequent photographs can be closer up. In this example, what we're doing on the phone is we're taking a close-up picture. We can see the make and the model. Again, we're showing you how it would display on your device. In this example, it is the iPhone 6. After you take the photographs, you will see that it displays and shows that there are now 2 photographs attached to this item. Once you've completed the photographs, we're ready to add the next item. The item now shows in the listing, item number 1, we see the phone and 2 photographs. You will see that there is a green arrow. The green arrow indicates that the item has been sent up to the web. When you're on site, typically you may send photographs up. The photographs go automatically. The photographs are sized such that they will not impact your data plan. A typical photograph would be about 60,000 kilobytes. Most users, that equals about 12,000 photographs in a month before you would touch your data plan. So again, don't worry about the photographs. Don't be cheap with the photographs. It won't cost you money. When you're ready to add The next item, in this case item number 2, you would click the plus icon as seen in the upper right hand corner. You would continue on doing your listing with subsequent items. You can also do reporting from your device. In this case, you would go to the details page for each individual listing. You would then click on the CSV export items button as indicated. At that point, it will open the screen as displayed. Enter in the email address of the person you want to send the report to. It can be the company adjuster or the property owner. You would then hit the send button. As you can see, we've indicated where the Excel report is. If you recall, it was called the CSV report. That's comma separated value, which essentially is export to Excel. So you would hit the send button and the report is going to go to the recipient. At this point, let's go over some helpful hints and lessons learned. We've been using this program in the field for about 3 years and we've got much feedback, and we'd like to help you briefly here. One of the first suggestions is to, when you enter the lost location, set up a workstation, work in one direction. You don't want to miss any items. Pick a clean and flat surface such as a table or a counter or a bed. You'll see that all of these items are in most rooms that you will encounter. Set up the items on the surface for taking pictures. Again, start at one side of the room and work in one direction. Make sure you list each item and then return it back. And then you're going to circle the room and return to your starting point. At this point, we want to give another slight suggestion. Start with the biggest items. You'd be surprised at how often you'll circle the room, you'll be placing items on the bed, and you'll leave and you'll return and you realize I didn't take a picture of the bed. So again, do the circle, but also do the big items first. Next, let's deal with multiple items. As you know, often there's this sock drawer, or in this example, you're dealing with the tools. What we would suggest is you would group the screwdrivers together. In this example, perhaps there's 25 screwdrivers. Lay them out on your surface and move left to right and take 4 or 5 pictures. Try to get, in this example, 4 or 5 screwdrivers in each. Get close enough you can see the size, and turn over if you can see a make of who's made these screwdrivers. Next, the helpful hint is short descriptions. If you remember when we opened up, I said just put in phone. Almost all of our users gravitate to shorter descriptions over time and increases speed. Again, the picture is attached right directly to the item. It's attached there, so you don't need to try to find an item by looking through a series of photographs. In the past, if there were 12 tables, you needed a really good description to find the table that matched the photographs because they were stored separately. Again, let the pictures tell the details. Take pictures of the model number, and don't forget you can turn it over. Often you'll see a price tag or a model number there. When I was showing you how to do the first photograph and we did the phone, I said to take a picture of the whole item. Let's talk a bit about that. When you send a report from the web, one of the reports, the very first item is going to display as a thumbnail. So if you take a close-up of a crack on a table, that will display in the report. It will be very confusing. So take the first picture of the whole item, then close-ups. Again, you don't want the serial number to be first in your report. Set the items on a flat surface for pictures. You're going to get a better result this. Again, rarely take one photograph. At times you may return into a room and see you forgot, as an example, the bar of soap. Just take one photograph of an item of lower value. Again, this should be the exception. Typically you should have at least 2 photographs. Another helpful hint is work room by room. There may be times when the insured wants you to go to another room. This has created problems in the past. Work systematically. Never leave that room until you've listed all of the items. Another helpful hint is your device. As you know, from time to time you run out of battery power. So we'll give you some tips. Close the other apps. That's a good thing to do as often. I like to do that. It will really let you use the device for longer. Working in airplane mode. Again, the pictures will not go up, but this is a way of conserving your battery power. One of the things I have is a battery pack. They're very small, they're easy to carry around, and you can buy these very reasonably priced. In this example, I've given one brand that seems to be popular. Another thing you can do when you take your break, use your automobile charger. You may be in the person's home, but it does not charge as quickly as your automobile. If you quickly leave and drive and come back, again, your automobile charger is going to charge much faster than the home is going to. You don't want to run out of battery power and have to leave the site and return another day. This has happened to some of our users in the past. Please avoid that. So again, let's give you a quick overview on the program. Always strive for accuracy first and speed second. Don't try to go too fast. Once you do the accuracy, within about 2 to 3 listings, your speed is going to come up. Again, take the first picture of the whole item. Don't be afraid to take multiple pictures. Please use close-ups. Don't depend on a 60,000K photograph to be able to scroll in and explode on it to try to read a model number on a TV that you took from standing 5 feet away. It will not work. I always take pictures of labels and price tags. Again, look on the back. There's often a price tag on it. You'd be surprised. I think we all know that if somebody's got the box, we can, with the box of the item that it came in, we can often find really good information there, model numbers, and often the price tag is on there. Also, starting your listing after the restoration contactor has removed all the restorable items. This is going to make it much easier for you to do a thorough listing, and it will also increase your speed. That concludes our tutorial. If you have any questions about the Lister software, please email us at the email address shown, or give us a call at our toll-free number. Again, please feel free to go over this video again, and please ensure an accurate listing. Everybody have a great day.